Network. I'm excited today to be chatting with Winnie Larsen. Hopefully she'll be joining us soon and we'll be able to connect. We just had a little hiccup, so we're running a little bit behind schedule, but Winnie, if you're there, if you can give me a wave. There she is. I'll see if I can invite her again. Invited you to join the conversation. We're just here to chat a little bit about the Riverdale Art Walk.
Oh,
Hi,
are you?
Winnie.
Hi. I'm so glad this worked this time. I really wasn't expecting that. Sorry about that.
Sorry, your sound's going in and out there for a minute.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All
Yeah,
right. Okay. Yeah. Sorry about that. I, anyway, I apologize for the delay and not
no
having.
problem.
Yeah. So good to see you.
Yeah, so I'm excited that we're able to chat a little bit about your work and about the Riverdale Art Walk. So you're one of 100 artists in the exhibition. So it's really a virtual show, but we're also doing a tent tour this weekend, and my understanding is that you're part of that as well. So you'll
Yeah,
be able to.
yes, I'm really looking forward to it. It's been a lot of fun organizing it. As we had talked about before, you and I have connected back and forth, that I'm doing it with a friend of mine, Majuit, and she's on Douglas Drive, just across from Chorley Park, which is just a lovely location.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no,
Excellent.
it's really, and it's just been fun getting ready for it. So she is actually a member of the Artist Network, but she didn't apply for the show and so on, and that's all fine. And so,
Right.
yeah, so it's all good. But no, it's been a lot of fun getting ready. And and just to stay with the Artist Network for a moment, I have to say that it's really been so helpful to my practice being a part of it, that I mean, it's one thing to do the painting. For one thing, it's drawn my focus more to the painting,
Right.
and really, it's not just like about selling and so on, but it's about getting the artwork out there and connecting with people. And that's, of course, one of the big things about the tent tour, that it's a great opportunity to see people in person
Yeah.
and just get feedback and just connect with people and talk to people. And so that's going to be really exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really excited about that. I think for a lot of artists too, getting the face to face and having those conversations with other artists and clients and just the general public about art is just something really valuable, and we really have been missing that. So I'm so looking forward to this weekend. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree. So let me tell you a little bit. I actually thought that I was going to be speaking to Majulin, because I had talked
Right.
to her previously, and not that she would necessarily remember all the details, but so I just want to fill you in a little bit about where I'm at with my art practice. So let me just tell you a little bit about that. So I'm a psychotherapist. I've said that before, and I think you're aware of that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
through the pandemic, I've had more time to sort of delve into, or to give my attention to, my artwork and my art practice. And that's been really exciting. I mean, I'm still committed, obviously, to the clinical work that I do, and I value that. But I've come to realize that for a long time, so much of my attention was on that, and that the
Right.
art now, it's through doing the art now that I realize it's really had given me an opportunity to find my space and
Hmm.
to see what matters to me, to to just connect more with myself in that sense, and to find my own voice in my art. So that's been really exciting. And the work, the most of what I'm doing right now is both non-objective abstract and also abstracted landscape. And I think
Right.
you can see this one behind me. I actually is actually based on
Yes.
a view from my window, so I live by a wooded area, part of a ravine area, and it's incredibly beautiful at all times of year.
Right.
And I don't find it easy to capture, but it somehow, in all these beautiful, whether it's winter and snow, or it's the sun coming through, colorful leaves in the fall, or whatever it is, I just find it so inspiring. So that's one of the inspirations. But I want to say that, but I also want to tell you a little bit about the abstract. I've been doing, because I've had more time this year, I've done more courses. As I say, I've had more time to work on my art. And I really see it as an opportunity for self-exploration, for putting that out on canvas, on paper, and on panels, whatever I'm working on, and 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 to respond to that, you know, to play with it, to play, to explore different materials and so on, um, and and take risks, because sometimes it's not pretty, you know.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
yeah, and
And
to
not be afraid of doing that, I guess, right? Not be
yeah,
afraid of having a
exactly.
piece. I mean, failure is part of success, really, right? Like, I mean,
Well,
that's all
yeah,
part of learning.
yeah, and it's part of the process. I'm, you know,
Right.
to not be afraid of that, and to, you know, sometimes to step back and see what needs to happen next. Sometimes I have to step way back, like I have to go away from it. It has to sit there for a while before I can gain some objectivity to, or to think about what next for it. You know, if I get too invested in it, you know, if I'm invested, then sometimes
Yeah, it
it's not
becomes
always
too, yeah,
too
yeah, a piece
precious.
can become kind of too precious, and then
Yeah,
you can't actually complete it. You can't. I struggle with that myself, and I think a lot of artists. I think that's a normal process that artists
yeah,
go
yeah,
into. Like they kind of let work sit, and you might actually even revisit something from like a year ago or 6 months ago,
yeah.
or. And I think that a lot of people have had the same sort of response throughout the COVID. Like I've heard the story over and over that a lot of people have had that sort of same kind of um, reflection, time of
Mm,
reflection, to
yeah.
kind of look at a little bit more about what they're doing during this pandemic. And so it's really interesting to see the work that's coming out of that for you. Are you finding you're going more abstract then with all your work, or?
Yeah, I the abstract is such a great way to tap into oneself more. I mean,
Right,
so I would say all my work is intuitive, whether it's landscape, it's an abstracted landscape or whatever, it's intuitive, all of it. But
right,
the abstract is because it's such a direct dialogue between yourself and the painting. It's this back and forth call and response process, you know?
mm-hmm.
And, um, and it's not easy sometimes. It can be hard, you know, but it's an exciting journey, you know. So yeah, so I found that, and I found through courses that I've been doing, I found community that I've really been inspired by, and just seeing the endless possibilities, you know, like, is exciting. Yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that one thing that you had written was that you like to kind of minimize your palette a little bit, and I'm just wondering if you want to talk to that a bit. Is that a way of challenging yourself to learn more, or is that like a purposeful
Yeah.
approach to some of
Uh,
your work?
sure. So the two palettes, sometimes I work in just black and white, no color.
Right,
But I like analogous palettes. I like colors that are neighbors on the color wheel.
right.
And I just like sort of the harmonizing of those kinds of colors. That just appeals to me. Otherwise, I also like working with complementary colors and, you know, the mixes that you can get from that. And again, it's an exploration. You know, you don't know where it's going to
Right.
go to or whatever. It's an exploration. And yeah, no, there was something else I was going to say about that. But so yeah, so I enjoy that kind of thing. And I love color. You know, I sometimes in my own head I say to myself, I like being a colorist. I want to be a colorist. You know, I
Right.
like
Yeah.
that color is exciting and it's emotionally very moving. I find so it's exciting.
So you play with color more than you do like your black and white or the monochrome or
Yeah,
whatever. Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
I
But
think I
limited,
really
but
enjoy that
always,
in your work. Yeah, I
yeah, but
enjoy that in your
always.
work.
I prefer a limited palette. The other thing I was going to say is I also like blank spaces, and that's something. I like the open spaces as much as I like the areas where there's a lot of activity going on. But I like the
Right.
contrast in that. And you know, and one of the things that I took the CVP course this year, the Art to Life with Nicholas Wilton.
Oh, right. Awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
which was very exciting, challenging again, very challenging, and great in terms of design, um, value, importance of value, and so on, but many, many different things. But just that idea of finding joy in your art, how that inspires and how that just kind of moves your art. I really believe in that, because as we were talking about before, like the painting can be a struggle, and to be able to step back from it and to trust what you find joy in, what matters to you, and what gives you joy, I think really in the long run really enhances the art and and spills over into your life. They feed the life and the work feed one another back and forth. So that's all very exciting too. It's a great journey to be on, and it's a never-ending journey. That's one of the beauties of it, I think.
Yeah, I think it's a great thing to be able to do, and then be able to share that expression with other people, right? I mean, that's one of the things as artists we like to do, is not just express ourselves, but actually share that, and it's kind of your voice, right? Your voice.
Yeah.
And I think it's lovely. I can see that your work is pretty expressive, like when you're talking about the negative and the positive spaces and stuff like that, and your brush strokes. It's really quite lovely. I think that I see a change actually from when I even saw you in September, some of your work in September.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's exciting. And I think that will continue. So that's exciting. Yeah.
Well, that's so great. Well, good luck with the show, and good luck with the tent tour this weekend. I wish you all the best. And for all our viewers out there, check out Winnie's work. It's lovely. I see that you look like you've updated your website too, so that's great. So it's good to talk to you, Winnie. I don't know if there's anything else you want to share with the viewers.
Well, I hope that people will come out. I'm going to be at 274 Douglas Drive in Rosedale. And please check it out on the website that goes live on Friday, and come out to the opening on Thursday. And Angela, I look forward to seeing you too.
All right, awesome. Okay. And for our viewers, so the map links and everything that's live. So if you want to plan your visits to the tent tours, you can go to the riverdaleartwalk.ca, and you can click on there, and there's a map there, so you can check out all the great artists. Thanks so much, Winnie, and we'll talk to you soon. Good luck with the show.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.